Are you tired of spending hours clicking through forms just to build a simple application? Have you ever tried merging the update sets, trying to decipher thousands of lines of XML? The traditional way of building on ServiceNow, while powerful, can be slow, repetitive, and complex. So, what if you could build an entire ServiceNow application just by describing it? What if you could spend less time clicking and more time in architecting? So, welcome to this ServiceNow development. In this video, I'm going to show you how the new AI-powered ServiceNow IDE, Fluent language, and the Now Assist built agents are completely changing the game. So I'll cover in this incredible business ROI of this Now Assist and give you a step-by-step guide on how to use these AI tools. And I'll talk about how they can supercharge your career. So let's get started. Before we dive into the how, let's talk about the why. Why are these new tools such a big deal for businesses? It comes down to three things: investment, speed, and focus. First, investment. The market has spoken. A recent Deloitte study found that 74% of enterprises are actively investing in AI, agentic AI, and Gen AI, making it the number one technology of priority. So this isn't a fad, it's a fundamental shift in how businesses are being operated. Second is speed. For development teams, the return of investment is measured in acceleration. An IBM report found that IT leaders, and I quote, faster software development is more critical AI metric than direct cost savings. And the number back it up. So we are seeing efficiency gains of up to 30% in code development tasks. This means faster time to market for new applications and features. And the third, focus. This might be the most important benefit. AI automates the mundane, repetitive work, the boilerplate code, the manual configurations. This frees up the most valuable resource, your developers, to focus on what truly matters to you, which is designing the robust architectures, solving complex business problems, and driving the innovation. They shift from being the coders to being architects. And in ServiceNow, this is all made possible by the foundational technology called Fluent. It transforms those unreadable XML files into clean, human-readable code. This concise code is exactly what GenAI needs to work its magic effectively, making the entire ServiceNow platform faster, agile, and more powerful than ever before. Alright, let's get our hands on this technology. I'm now in the ServiceNow instance, and the first thing we'll do is to navigate to this new ID. You can find it under the app development. So, the first time you're here, you'll need to create a workspace. A workspace is just a container to organize your projects. So, let's create one called My AI Projects. So, now let's create our first application. So, we'll name it by clicking Create an App and give it a name, like Expense Tracker. And I'll provide a description and unique scope name. We'll use the TypeScript template, which is the best practice for this new development model. And here we are in the ServiceNow IDE. On the left, we have the activity bar with your file explorer and the source control. You also have metadata explorer, which lets you see your app's live components, and the Now SDK view for building. In the center is the editor, and at the bottom is the status bar, where you'll find the most important build and install button. So this is a fully integrated IDE which is replicating the look and feel of Visual Studio. So it is easier for the pro coders to easily adapt to this UI. So now let's talk about Fluent. In the SRC Fluent folder is an index.now.ts file. This is where we define our application's metadata using code. I'll use the table object from the ServiceNow SDK to create a table by giving it a name and label. Notice how the IDE gives me an autocomplete suggestion. It's the power of this typed environment. Inside a schema, I'll define my columns by using objects like string column and date column. With our code written, we just click on build and install button, which we can see in the highlighted area, which would compile our Fluent code which we have written into the actual ServiceNow's records. And here's the magic which is done by the ServiceNow's SDK. I can go to the metadata explorer, find a new table by just clicking on it, and it opens the standard table builder right here inside this ID. So our code has become a real part of the platform by this few steps. This is called two-way synchronization, which is very powerful. Now the part you've been waiting for. Let's see how build agents can do all of that work for us. A quick but important disclaimer. The Now Assist features I'm about to show you would require a premium enterprise license for production instances and is available on free PDIs with some restriction of prompt tasks. I'll explain you how you can get those accesses by the end of this video. So, I'm in the Now Assist panel right now where I have to just give it a prompt in plain English. The similar way how we do in ChatGPT, Perplexity, or Gemini. So by that, I'll send that off, and just like that, the Now Assist agents will generate the perfect Fluent code for our table. I just click to accept all the things it provides me. So this would be no manual typing, no looking up for the syntax errors, and just with the power of AI, everything would be created for me within few seconds. But hold on a bit. We are not done yet. We'll add some logic into our next prompt for server side as well as client side. So first, we'll create a business rule that runs after an expense report is updated. And when the state changes to approved, it would log an info message stating that the expense report has been approved. So by writing this prompt, agents would act upon it and create the code for me in my editor. So finally, after creating the server-side script, we would create a client-side script that will be an onload script for the expense tracker table to display an info message as given below. So as you can see, in less than a minute, we have defined a table, a server-side business rule, and a client-side script, all from natural language prompts. Now, after getting and generating the code, we'll click on the build button. And as you can see, it works perfectly. That is the incredible speed and power of AI-driven development on ServiceNow. So, what does this mean to you for as a developer? This is not about AI replacing your job. It's about elevating it. Gartner predicts that by 2028, 90% of the software engineers will be using AI assistants. Your value is no longer just writing code. It's your ability to design systems, understand business needs, and orchestrate these powerful AI tools. Mastering prompt engineering, the fluent language, and modern source control would make you an invaluable asset to your organization. So, how can you get your hands on this? The primary way is on corporate instances with premium license, which you can talk or request from your ServiceNow administrator. And for those who want to experiment, ServiceNow is providing limited access on the personal development instances. There are usage restrictions, so be sure to check the latest official article, which is linked in the description with full details. Learning these tools is one of the best investments which you can make in your ServiceNow career right now. The new ServiceNow IDE, powered by Fluent and Build Agents, represents a monumental leap forward for the platform. It empowers developers to build faster, collaborate more effectively, and focus on delivering strategic value to the businesses. It's a more modern, efficient, and creative way to work. So that's all from my side. Thank you for watching this video. If you find this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more content on future developments of ServiceNow. What you are most excited about to build with these new AI tools. So see you until next time. Keep innovating.